Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are back in Trains World, and we are finishing up the second part of this 90s Class 90 haul from Carlisle to Wembley yards. So let's actually hop into the rundown. And as you can see, it's still haul aboard. Play on the words there. We're in the Class 90. Doing part 2 of this run. Today we're in the All Aboard Studios DLC. And we are finishing up with the DTG Crewe. DTG London Euston to Milton Keynes DLC, where we will finish off in Wembley yards. Had some issues starting this today, which is why I'm a little bit late. PlayStation kept crashing on me all of a sudden after everything was all set up. Had everything set up since last night, so I really don't know what the issue is that I'm having today. But we will actually jump into the game. I actually did not create these scenarios. I just hopped into a normal timetable and altered that. So we'll hop into the game now. And I'll unsave it. Alright, so here you see we are back in the Class 90. We'll get the safety systems up. We're on platform 12, by the way, in case you did not know. We'll get the headlights on. Master key in. And reverser back into forwards. Acknowledge that. As you hear the aircon going off, we'll put the marker lights on. Instrument lights to bright. Looks like we have a green. I really hate this camera. Don't know why I'm attempting to touch it. We'll set that up there. Number 3 camera we'll actually put on this side for now. And we'll get going. Actually, we'll release the brakes. I should have done that already. Let those pipe. I'll jump into the chat here. I see SW's in there. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Animals in the chat today, too. Nice to see you as well, my friend. Hope everybody's doing well. As soon as these brakes release, we can continue our journey. Hop on the GSMR. Yeah, SW, I quite like it. As you know, I did not purchase this until probably last week when the update came out. And I gotta say, I really do like it. I really do like it. This thing is a beast. It's an electric beast. I love it on Classic, and so far I'm loving it on World. But we should be able to start getting going here. Just going to apply a little power. And we're off. Thank you for the follow, Cayman Cider. Welcome to the kingdom. Good to have you with us. We get up to 20 here. I'll acknowledge your follow and give you a nice welcome in the chat. And we are going express to Milton Keynes Central. Yeah, I was actually saying the same thing, SW. I kind of wish it wasn't the generic containers that came with the Class 66. Because don't get it wrong, these are the Class 66 containers. And I also have mentioned that I wish it had a DVT connected to it so we can go into passenger service. But it is what it is. I'm sure we'll get that pretty soon. Hopefully. For free. Just like the mild May extension. I honestly was not thinking about that name, but now that you brought it to my attention, and I actually said it out loud. Oh, man. I love the contributions I get to this kingdom. But we're still at 20 here. We have a 0.3 uphill gradient. 100 miles to Milton Keynes. As I'm going full beans here, we can now get up to 80. When I originally set this up the other day after the stream, it had me waiting for like a good 5 minutes. I'm assuming it's because I didn't put my train down in time, and as you can see, this 390 here would have probably impeded me moving. But I'm actually glad I redid this part anyway, because I didn't want to sit there another 5 minutes. Yes, this is the Trent Valley route, SW. I just love the way this thing sounds, man. I mean, it's quite expensive, but I really wanted this route, so I didn't even care. I just plopped the money down and bought it. Yeah, for Classic, I think I've had this from the beginning. Only thing on Classic is you could put down as much AI as you want, and I think I just did the not the free roam, but the quick drive scenario, and even that had a load of freight on it, which you won't see here. Like, I really feel like there should be a lot of freight running through here. Tintin, my friend, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Tin, I really was hoping you would stick around the other day. I didn't want to give it away, but you had other things to do, so I didn't want to spoil it. Hope you're well. 98 miles to Milton Keynes. And I'm already speeding. Dropping down to 75 here. I believe my max is 75. As per Tintin. I'm actually just going to call you K. I shortened everybody's name here, just so you know. So now we have 2 Ks in the house. All good, my friend. All good, my friend. Appreciate the support. Yes, you're very famous in America now. 97 miles to Milton Keynes. will say I am enjoying playing Train Sim World again. Like, you guys know me, I prefer Classic, but lately I've actually been wanting to play Train Sim World. Like, it's funny how things happen when you step away from something for a little bit. You start to appreciate it a little bit more. I feel like that's kind of where I am right now. As far as me celebrating the 4th SW, I actually went to my cousin's house in South Jersey, and he had a nice little barbecue with the pool and everything. But the only problem is it was really, really hot, and I was wearing jeans, so my legs were burning up, and quite honestly, it's my own fault because I didn't read the message. And they have a pool, and everybody else was in shorts hopping in the pool, and I'm just sitting under the gazebo just frying because I can't even get wet a little bit. Yeah, jeans in hot weather. Yeah, exactly. My legs were burning that day. I just kept trying to hide in the shade and trying to talk to people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's go sit by the pool." I'm okay. So yeah, it was very uneventful, but I still enjoyed myself, and it was good to see my family. It's actually pretty cool, Tintin. Gonna apply some more power here. 94 miles to Milton Keynes. Yeah, so now every time I pass by your mom's house, I'm gonna give her a little wave. So originally I had saved the start point for this because I had the times all trying to match up with part 1. And I think part of the issue with the crashing for me was I saved it in the HD setting, but after the stream I changed the HD setting and Train Sim World back to 4K, so I don't think it liked that. But it looks like we're good now. I actually love this DLC as well. Right in Bedford. Back on for the power here a little bit. Yeah, SW. If it's not AP, I don't even attempt to play with it anymore because I've been so disappointed with the regular DTG stock that if I'm playing a scenario that I did not create and it has DTG stock in it, I won't even finish it. I've done it a couple of times on the stream already. Yeah, Tintin, that's fine. If I could, I would actually give it to you in Discord. If not, I'll make a separate video and just upload it here on YouTube. What time of year is it, SW, when you do it? Because honestly, I would love to I would have loved to have started this run at 5 in the morning But night runs are not the best streaming wise anyway. And I wanted to look somewhat nice. As you see, a 66. I think that's the first freight I've actually seen on this DLC, other than myself. Oh, you want to do a real life run? I mean, that would be cool. I'm still debating on when I come out there next month, if excuse me, in September, if I want to actually stay up on the Caledonian Sleeper and just look out the window, or just take a nap all the way down to London. Like, the kid in me wants to look out the window for the whole ride. But the adult in me, no, I need to go to sleep. So I don't know what I want to do yet. Yeah, that sucks. Just wake up and you're like, bugger. Horns just going off. 10. I plan on going to Scotland for 3 days, and then hopping on the Caledonian Sleeper back down to London and staying in Canary Wharf for a couple of days, and going to see my mates out there, and possibly hopping on the Eurostar and heading down to Paris. I wanted to visit the Louvre. The only issues I were encountering was when I wanted to go, because I wanted to go to Carnival, but that's just one day, and it's always the last Monday in August, which is the best day. But if I go out there that day, then I don't get to go to Liverpool to watch FC play. So that's an option I've eliminated. I don't want to do that anymore, because I do want to get out to Liverpool. They have some great pizza out there. I know it's weird for me to say that, but that's what I feel. So I'm gonna go down later on in September. I actually have a couple of co-workers who are going out there for a week and a half. So they was like, you should come hang out with us one day or two maybe, and we can do some things. Head out to Edinburgh, Loch Ness, whatever it is they're doing. I was like, I'll think about it. So that's an option as well. And I've never been to Scotland, so I want to check it out. And I also never been to the Louvre, and I'm an artist, so I want to see some nice art, get some culture, and visit Paris for the first time. Don't show him, Preston. That's not a nice animal. Tropical slums of Portsmouth. Yeah, SW, I do want to head towards your way a little bit, but if I did that, I would want to hop in a Riviera sleeper, and I think I can only handle one sleeper this trip, so I'll probably have to shoot for January of next year for that one. Yeah, Jason PFC says it's incredible. I'll take his word for it. Again, I'm also taking all information for possible destinations in general. You know me, I like scenery. I like bridges. I want to see the cliffs of Dover as well. So yeah, there's so much I want to do on my next trip. Not far from Liverpool at all. Trying to entice me there, Tintin. We'll see. Animal, I won't I won't count it out. I won't count it out at all. Yeah, I mean, I would love to visit Preston. I would love to see what the station looks like in real life. Obviously, the furthest I've been is Manchester and Liverpool, so it would be nice to go a little bit further north. So yeah, I would love to see it. I would love to get to the Highlands. Like every time I play one of the DLCs for the Highlands, I love it. So, and I also would like to go there when the time of day is as late as possible, because it's just it blows my mind that it's still daylight at certain points of the year out there at like 11 p.m. I'll take you up on that, Tintin. Animal says, "Don't show me Oxenholm." 84 miles to Milton Keynes. Line speed drops down to 105, but we are well below that right now. Let's actually get some fresh air here. Just gonna bring the game audio down a little bit. This thing is a beast, man. I just really wish it wasn't this generic Class 66 container stock. This one is not mine, Tintin. Yeah, this one is not mine. I felt it was easier to just use a timetable and go on foot, because it's in the modern era, so it just felt like it would be less work for me to do. But the two Just Trains ones I did, I was thinking about using yours, but the times weren't lining up for me. I feel like I see these on my my 66 when I do the London Euston to Milton Keynes DLC. The only cargo pack I have is military. And I wish there was a DVT on the end of this. .81 miles to Milton Keynes. Oops, almost forgot my information. There, we have a little of your heat wave out here. Right now I am baking. I don't know if you guys can hear the fan, but I have a fan pointed directly at me right now. SW, that's cool, man. That's cool. Which one did you upload? Looks like we got a TSR coming up. Oh, that's cool, man. Has he responded, SW? Or anyone from ATS? Animal, I had that same exact problem a couple of days ago with this unit, and it only happened because I started from a save point, and we couldn't figure out where the battery was, so we just kept playing. I wound up turning the HUD off because I was tired of seeing the message. The unit was still moving, so we just kept going with it. "78 miles to Milton Keynes." SW, you'll probably get the North Downs DLC before you get a response back. As we pass through Stafford. Yeah, I agree, Tenten. I agree. Now that I have this thing, I would love to get a gameplay pack. Although I probably wouldn't be able to because I'm playing on the PlayStation. And you guys get all the fun without me. Although I do plan on buying some more stuff for my PC. I tried to actually get some of the DLCs yesterday off of Steam, and I think I seen the Riviera line was like, I think it might have been like 19 US dollars, and then when I try to put it into my cart it was more, and I'm like a little switching bait here, but I'm just gonna wait because there's discrepancies in the prices when I look at it in Steam and then when I put it in my cart, so I don't know what that's about. "77 miles to Milton Keynes." Yeah, Animal, it happened to me because I had SPAD, and fortunately I had a save point already because I was afraid that the Crewe to Preston route would actually crash on me. So I had saved a point over near Warrington Bend Key because that seems to be where it actually crashed on me a lot at. So once I did that, and it was still moving. So I think if the train wasn't moving, it probably would have been fine, but the train was moving when I saved it, so it kind of didn't like it, and it kept saying I had to switch on the battery, but the train was moving anyway, so I just left it alone. "75 miles to Milton Keynes." And I've said it before, I also like the little rail squealing that you hear off of this thing. I do like the squealing. Let's see if you hear from the outside. really wish we can get some coaches on this. Do they still have these units on the railways currently? Asking as an outsider here. Double yellows here. Nice, nice. Can't wait for the 70s to come out. Oh, cool. I did not know that, SW. I actually like working in that Felixstowe area. I think that DLC is awesome. Single yellow here. I'm actually gonna go on the 4 here. Get down. See a 390 passing in front of us to the left over there, so... Oh, that didn't sound too good. Alright, she's back in the green. Just letting the brakes catch back up. I didn't go into full brake. Like, are these brakes that slow to release here? Yeah, I guess so. But we should be good once we approach the signal. Is it still hot out there, guys? You guys still melting? Because I'm melting today. And also, are you guys enjoying World Cup as well? Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's like I have the windows open. I have a fan hitting me right now. I even took a nice cold shower before jumping in the chair. Still melting. keep getting tempted to hit that E button. Get some fresh air here. She is a beast, man. It's almost like she's growling. And I just wish we didn't have these ugly-ass containers. SW, is that for the one you just sent to ATS? Did you also put it in a train sim community? Because I have one going up in another day. Okay, so yeah, it's on TSC as well. The one I have going up to community is actually the freight one I've been working on with the announcements. Well, not announcements, but you're talking to the signaler through the GSMR as you travel down from Richmond to Barking, which I think is a cool idea. How often do you see a freight scenario where you're actually talking to the signaler through the GSMR? Yeah, and the signaler is telling you about broken reds, holding you at Barking because you have oncoming traffic, letting you know when to go. Yeah, I think that was a cool idea. I like coming up with different ideas. Just, you know, not doing all the normal stuff that people would do. Just go to real-time trains, pick a time, pick a place, and don't get me wrong, that's fun. I like doing that as well. But again, I also love realism and immersion, and I think that adds to it. I think it's different, which is another reason why I like the Incredible Trains idea about the branch lines. I think that's different and a fresh idea, and I think people will like it. I think people will like it. Yeah, it's not probably going to connect to the main lines, but I mean, I still think it's a good idea. Besides, it's more content. Like, isn't that what we want? We want more content. Less of a chance of things breaking because the branch lines aren't usually that long. Oh, cool! You fixed it. Nice. I don't know if people don't like it. I can actually put a separate version without the chatter. But I thought it was a cool idea. 68 miles to Milton Keynes, uphill gradient 0.1%. I honestly don't know where we are right now. I haven't been paying attention to the stops. Yeah, we were talking about that before, SW. I definitely had the wrong one. So hopefully you got the right one. The one I had did not have the destinations um, available, and I know there is a version where it's the 185 cab. I don't think the one I had was the 185 cab. Yeah, that's the one I actually thought I had, or was using, but apparently not. Double yellows here. I'm assuming that 390 that passed us is working in front of me. Single yellow. Don't want to spat on this. This is the longest DLC we have. Can't tell if that's red. Yeah, get that finished, man. Did you do the electrification of the track, or is it working now? So I think I had to electrify my track when I was trying to get to Corby. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, that's cool. You know, I actually never downloaded that, so I might look into that as well. Does that look red? Yeah, it looks red. All right, coming up on a red signal here. Way too far back. I'm gonna creep a little bit more. Don't want to pop the DRA on just yet. I think we can get closer. Well, that was weird. It's almost like the sun doesn't know what to do here. All right, popping DRA on. Let's actually look at the map. Okay. Looks like a service is coming in. Oh, it's a Pendo. Nice. All right, and we have a green now. We'll get DRA off. I gotta change my sensitivity for this controller. All right, releasing the brakes. Applying a little power here. SW, I cannot tell you exactly what has changed, obviously, because I'm not from there. And I will say Victoria is one of the terminals I have not been to in London. I don't think I've been in Fenchurch, and I don't think I've been in Marylebone as well. But I plan to. Yeah, Tintin, I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly how you feel, Tintin. That's why I had created that save point. It was either near Preston or it was either near Crewe. 64 miles to Milton Keynes. I actually love Waterloo. That was actually the first place I'd been to when I first went out there. My daughter was going to school at Roehampton, and I dropped her off at school and hopped on the SWR over at Barnes. and I took that into London. Yeah, so that was the first place I actually been to out there. I quite like Waterloo a lot. It reminded me of home, with just the sheer amount of trains and people in the station. It was amazing. It was so amazing, and just to see everything flow so natural. It's clearly one of my favorite stations anywhere. It reminds me of Grand Central Terminal. Only thing with Grand Central Terminal, you have to go away from where all the people are to get to the platforms. Like you either got to go downstairs or even more downstairs, because I think there's like 100 platforms or whatever in that place now. But to actually see everything in front of you while you're walking in the mezzanine area, it was really incredible to me. And one of my favorite parts of that station is over where the piano is. Like there's a piano over there, I believe, right before you go to like the Bakerloo line, underground stairs, where it separates. What is that track? Is that track 25? No, it's track 40 something. It might be like 40. 40, I think, where the old Eurostar station used to be. And there's a store in there called Fat Face. The store's called Fat Face, and that's like my daughter's nickname. So like we're there, and I'm like, oh look, you have your own store. Because when she was a baby, she had this like chubby face. Oh, have you really? Tell them I'm a fan, even though I've never been in there. But yeah, there's a store called Fat Face, and I think there's a Starbucks next to it. Yeah, but that's one of the memories I have of when I first went out there. As we get passed by Pendolino. I guess they were telling me I was going too slow. Put me on the slow lines. But yeah, I just remember that, and I think there's a McDonald's over there too, like a McDonald's Express or something like that. And I was like really peckish that day, and I went there and got me something to eat. And the stairs to the underground over there are like really, really long. It's like, I thought I was walking to the center of the earth. I did not, Tintin. I did not. Let me look for that. Is that this? No, it's not that. Looking for the speed set. Middle one. Okay. On the speedometer. .350 passing. Aha! I got there eventually. Oh, thanks. I had no idea. Thanks, guys. See? Always learning something from 1010. Alright, I guess I can put this in full beans and see what happens. It is still 75, right, 1010? $57 miles to Milton Keynes. Thank you, sir. As usual, always appreciate it. As we get past by a second Pendo. It's probably the coolest thing on this run so far for me. Obviously, I love me a Pendo, and it's tilting. I love it. Don't usually have traffic passing me the same way that I'm going. It's very cool. You want to try that now, SW, or do you want to wait for the Class 70 to come out? Because that should have a new timetable, right? I'm actually looking forward to that. Not because the 70 is American. I just really do like the 70 in Classic. I attempted to do a run in Classic with the 70. I just think it needs an AP version. Oh, for TSC? Yeah, go for it. Go for it, I'll play it. Oh, this is a lot better than me actually trying to keep the 75 here on my own. I don't know why I never thought that this would have an actual speed set on it. Yeah, Southwestern. I actually want to jump on your is that a 222 that you put up recently? I really do love that AP version. That EMR skin is beautiful. It's something about the colors that I just love anything EMR. Well, good, because you know I like busy scenarios, so I love a busy scenario. You already sold me. You don't have to keep selling me. Yeah, you don't have to sell me anymore. I'm already sold. I'm buying it. 54 miles to Milton Keynes. I'm definitely buying it. Also wondering when the North Downs DLC is going to come out for ATS. I know Alan said soon, but soon could be like 3 weeks, so I don't know. I'm really jonesing for a new and another 390 passes me. Really jonesing for a new DLC to play. Although Not that I just got the 755, but I just started playing it a little more, so I want to get some more runs in that thing. I really do like that unit as well. Yeah, do what you got to do, brother. Do what you got to do, man. Yeah, but then you have to actually have like four or five scenarios ready to go. You're gonna start pumping those things out like Emily, man. Like, she's a beast. I feel like she has something new every other day. Get some fresh air here. Dead spot for the audio. I play Classic so much, I almost wanted to hit F12 there and totally forgot I was on PlayStation. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think of that either. It's very smart. It's very smart. Uh, but I mean, what is she benefiting out of that? Does does she get paid for that? Does she get paid for that? I mean, if she gets paid for that, then it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, but there's got to be another motive behind that, SW, because, I mean, if you're just looking for downloads, but there's no benefit to it, like, why do the extra work? I only do it because I want to contribute to the community and actually give you some good content. But like, what would be the end game there? Is just to say I have X amount of downloads. I don't know. I do quite often see emails saying that, a new mod has been uh, fixed or whatever. Yeah, I do it for the fun. I do it because I want to play. Um, also do it because in case my computer ever crashes again, at least I have some stuff that I can actually put back into my library that I know is good content. 48 miles to Milton Keynes. I actually also have probably 5 scenarios from uh, United States that I haven't put up yet. Some local stuff for me. I was actually waiting for double yellows here. I was actually waiting for a specific logo to come out, American, and it actually came out yesterday with the 4th of July, the 250 anniversary, and now I can actually replace it with the stock that I had originally on one of my scenarios, leaving from Penn Station, heading up to Albany, Rensselaer, which is, you know, the state capital for New York. So now I can actually put the right loco on there. Not that the one I had was bad, it just sounds horrible. So I'll change that pretty soon. I actually have not jumped into TSC since they've done the update. I understand people were having issues with it. Like, I know Alan Thompson had issues with it, which is really tough because it happened on his stream. Things weren't going right. Acknowledge. Step 1 break in here. Single yellow. Yeah, a couple other people said they were having issues with the update. I'm afraid to actually jump into it and look. But I'm saving that for a whole another day. Line speed drops down to 25 and 0.7 miles. Right now we have an uphill gradient of 0.2%. .46 miles from Milton, Keynes. Or as Train Sim Driver calls it, monkey nuts. Yeah, that's red. All right, approaching red here. Everything's not always greens. Can't just set it and forget it. Yeah, have you heard him say that before, Step You? I guarantee you, if you hop on his streams, he's gonna call it monkey nuts. Acknowledge. And it looks like we have the road again. 30% here. As we are transferring back to the left. Adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. $25 for the track change. I'm actually gonna hop out here as soon as I get out of the trees. And we'll set up right here. Let's see, where are we? We'll set up right here. Get my big head off the screen. concrete cows animal. All right, going full beans here. We get back up to 75. Actually gonna back off a little bit. I don't want to hit the red. So as you guys know, I am really big on a lot of the UK stuff, which is quite rare for an American. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about the, is it EWR, East-West Rail? And it's quite interesting. Not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but basically it goes from like what is it, Bedford? Is it Bedford over to or over towards Milton Keynes? I think it actually goes to, is it No, not Oxford. Where are they trying to extend that to? But I think it's quite interesting, and I've heard about it before, and I didn't realize this started like, yeah, okay, so it is Oxford. All right, because I wasn't sure. I didn't want to misspeak. And I heard about this a little while ago, like I want to say like even probably a year and a half ago, but I wasn't sure on the progress or the status of that thing. And I also didn't know if it also tied into HS2, which I've also been watching. I think all that's interesting because we do not build anything new here in America. I don't think we have anything new. The newest thing we have here is probably new Amtrak trains. Like we have a new Acela. I believe we have a new train called the Cascade. But I don't think there's any new infrastructure. If there is, I'm missing it. Maybe because I focus on UK stuff a lot, but I don't think there's anything new other than Brightline trying to extend to Orlando. I really haven't heard anything new American-wise. Which in a way is sad, but at the same time, we're also a much bigger country. And here this guy goes again. I really have to get these guys blocked permanently. No one cares about your stream, bro. Go away. Exactly. Second freight in one run. Nice. That's a Trent Valley that I wanted to see. But it's only a 66. Oh, you know what? This is not in the timetable. Except for London Euston to Milton Keynes. I am loving the amounts of AI though. I don't think if I actually made this scenario, it would look this well. But I'm going to put a hit out on that Streambow guy. I think I got to put speed set up. 41 miles to Milton Keynes. Request accepted. Yeah, I'm looking for that dude too. I want to go to his site just so I can wreak havoc on his stuff. Street boo. $40 miles to Monkey Nuts. At least we don't have a whole bunch of cows and sheep. I spoke too soon. Can't go over there. So one thing I don't like about World Classic, I could have went over there. Yeah, that's weird, SW. Either you have it or you don't. Like, I would probably just reference it. Like, I know what you mean. Like, you want to put the link to go get it if you don't have it, but if they don't have it, they're just gonna have to not have it. And my next question would be, if you do own it, can you still get it? Like, if I reset my computer and I need to put all my stuff back on, can I still go to the website and get it? Because I was thinking of doing a computer refresh. Alright, cool. Because I think that's what they did with the London Marylebone one too, right? You can't get the London Marylebone one either. You can't even get it on Steam either. Like, you can go to the web page on Steam for the London Marylebone Chiltern, but you cannot put it in your cart. I bought it off of JT. I don't know if you still can, but I know I bought it off of JT. And honestly, everything I bought off of Just Trains, I've quite enjoyed. Aside for the Italian route that they came out with. I tried to play it. Not that it was, you know, horrible. I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy it. So I took it off of my computer altogether. And also, you don't hear anyone talk about it, so I guess other people feel the same way that I do. Unless you're Italian and you just want Italian stuff. Oh, good, good, good. Because if I can't get any of my S7 stock, it's gonna suck for anything I do West Coast Main Line. Uh, Anytime I'm embarking on the chill turn. Yeah, I picked that up as well, or one of them anyway. I don't think I've done all of them. I think I picked up one of the freight packs as well, but I don't do freight that much, so I haven't streamed it or made a video. Yeah, I look forward to waking up and seeing those emails that says we're having a sale. AP did that the last two times, and I bought so much stuff. Uh, I want to say I completed my collection in the last two sales they had. Like I picked up all the wagons, I picked up all the liveries that I didn't have already. In total, I think I spent probably 300 American. Yeah, it was like 150 both times I did it. I had no regrets either. We should be coming up on rugby. Yeah, I did that, and I never mentioned it to my girlfriend, so don't tell her now. Although I'm sure she'll watch this one day and be like, "You spent how much?" There's still plenty of life left in classic SW. I believe anyway. 31 miles to Milton Keynes as we approach Rugby. Welcome back, Kay. Approaching a neutral zone. I don't think I've actually been paying attention to the neutral zones. Forgive me. Although it should do it itself, right? Even if I don't bring it down. There's plenty of room for 2Ks in here. Quite honestly, SW, I have not gotten the 16566 pack. I don't drive those a lot, so I figured I'd save some money here until I actually want to actually drive it. You're correct, sir. This city is big enough for two of us. All right, going back to full beans here. $29 miles to Milton, Keynes. Well, that's just it, SW. When it actually comes out, I will consider it. I'm not sure how the 165, 166 sounds originally, because every time I use it, it is pretty much AI. So I don't know how it sounds driving it, but if it's DTG, it's probably shit. So I probably will have to buy it, and hopefully the price comes down with it as well. I mean, I am subscribed to ATS, so that's like a 49% discount right there. So hopefully it comes down even more. So we'll see. Thank you, Kay. Glad you're here. And the Discord is working today. Hopefully. I gotta pray because I can't tell anymore. Yeah, is that your favorite loco? $27 miles to Milton Keynes, aka Monkey Nuts. Nice. My favorite is the Pendolino. Wasn't expecting that, but that was appreciated. Yes, I love the 390. I've been on it 6 times already. Been on it 6 times. Yes, I'm loving the AI on this run. No complaints whatsoever. Don't think I've ever seen a 67. Let me see what that looks like. Oh, I'm lying. I know what the 67 looks like. Had a brain fart. Yeah, I like the 67 too. I've actually used the 67 on a Chiltern line run I did with the AP pack. It came in a Chiltern line gray with the newer carriages. I do like the new look that they have for the Chiltern. What is it with the blue, with the like sky blue What are those? Mark, not quite sure what the AWS was for. I always find a phantom AWS somewhere. Like, I know there's one on the London Euston to Milton Keynes one. I never quite knew what it was for. Get some fresh air here. I didn't see the Morpeth board. Kate. By the way, Plums, good to see you. I don't know if I said that already. Yeah, Kay, it's not that your name sounds weird. It's not that it sounds weird. It's just that when you say it out loud, it kind of says something else. But good night. Thanks for thanks for coming through. I can't tell if you're trolling me or not. 21 miles from Milton Keynes. Hey, say Clinton, how's it going? I actually like this guy. He reminds me of Paul. I have no idea. I didn't catch the stream yesterday. I was stuffing my face with barbecue chicken and hot dogs and all that other good stuff. Yeah, he's what we're missing right now that we used to get from Paul. Paul's been away for a little bit. Last time I talked to him was Father's Day. Wedge and Big, if you guys don't know who I'm talking about. Yeah, Plums. I don't know if you were here earlier, but when he first came in, I actually read it out loud, and SW kind of alert me to what I actually did say. And so now I've just been calling him K because I'm not gonna say it out loud. 20 miles to Monkey Nuts, as Train Some Driver calls it. But I kind of need that comedy. I like that comedy. It keeps everything interesting. And I really do love the rail squealing. Quite happy Tintin mentioned that speed set because I totally did not know about that. I spent 2 hours on Friday trying to fight with the gradients. SW, are you talking about for Classic or World? My honest opinion, I don't even look for the Cardiff City DLC. It's not really my thing, but I can't speak for everyone else. And of course, if you get that, you need to have the pacer. So it's either you get them both or you don't. I mean, it's good for your collection, but like if it's something that you're not going to play, I would probably say just save your money and put it to something else you want to get. 16 miles to Milton, Keynes. My camera decided to do track and follow. So every time I moved, the camera would move. But now I have it set, I can actually pop back up. Also, if you're wondering what's on my shirt, today it's Hey Hey from Moana. Normally I would have like Rick and Morty or something Star Wars or even Freddie Mercury, because I like Freddie Mercury as well. I'm a big Queen fan. Has nothing to do with, you know, anything English. I just really love the group. Really upset I never got to see him perform live. Although I have seen Queen perform. But it was not with Freddie Mercury. It was with Adam Lambert, who I think did an actually really good job. Not trying to be Freddie, because no one's going to expect you to be Freddie Mercury. But I do think he held his own. Just gotten a question on one of my TSC videos about how I make my game so smooth. I have no clue. Southwestern, was that on Train Sim Community? Oh, YouTube, okay. I do like your version of the voice announcers. They sound a little more authentic than mine. I'd be just too afraid that I'm gonna get like a copyright strike if I try to get that close to the voice. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I'm a little nervous about that. 13 miles to Milton Keynes. But I was so tempted to do that. Like especially with my my Baker Lou line run that I did. I was using the real audio, but I didn't know if I would get in trouble for it. So if you record it, like say I go out there and I record it on my phone, legally can I use that? And then chop it up and put it into a scenario? So I would love to not use like an AI generated voice. Alright, Alright, cool. Yeah, because I have an account where I can use any type of voice I want, whether it's American, British, Italian, French. Like, I can change it to any type of tone, any, like, if it's female, if it's male, with a thick accent, you know, whether it's a different dialect. Like, I can change all of that, but it to me, it doesn't sound as authentic as if, like, say I take a trip out to England and I just do all these massive runs on every line and just record everything. Is that Discord right? I don't even know anymore. I'm so worried about this, man. It's crazy. Yeah, see, that Discord's not right. That's not right, because that one is the correct one up top. 10 miles to Milton Keynes. I gotta change that. That's weird. It's not like that when I look at it right here in my Streamlabs. Oh, okay, I know where it is. It's wrong there. On my timer. Which I will fix later because we're coming up on Milton Keynes. 9 miles to Milton Keynes. Line speed drops down to 70 in 2.3 miles. Downhill gradient of 0.3%. Actually, I'm going to change it. Done. Just gonna change the speed set to 70 here. Thank you, 1010. Actually, gonna come down here. We should be crossing over. I believe, yeah, we're platform 1, so we should be going far left, entering Milton Keynes. I hate hitting the brake more than of 3. I feel like it takes me down too fast. And now I gotta wait for the brakes to set. While that's going on, I'm just gonna check this. That looks right. But that's Nightbot. What is going on here? Streamlabs. All right, we should be good to apply some power here. Did that pop up right? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, okay. All right, going full beans here. As we approach Milton Keynes, 7.4 miles. It looks right now. For all my friends on Discord, how do you keep it to never change? Because I keep trying to do it and it keeps changing. It's like a nightmare at this point. Yeah, SW, shame on you. Shame on you, SW. Seven miles to Milton Keynes. Are we near Wolverton? All right, 5.8 miles to Milton Keynes. Love it. I've never been so happy to see so much AI. Usually when I do runs, I'm never getting overtaken by anything. And it's happened all streams so far. This DLC has not disappointed me. I actually want to see how much traffic is what was sitting behind me. Is there any more? Yeah, there's one right there. There's one right there. Wow, look at that. At least two possible pendolinos coming up on me. I actually want to set up for an overtaking. We'll use the number 3 camera. Yeah, he's not that close. It has to be so busy, SW, so I'd have something I want to play. 2.8 miles. As we approach Wolverton. Is this Wolverton? Where's this Pendo at? Oh, he's coming. He is coming. I'm actually going to start light braking here, so we can at least see it before we get to the station. Oh, I see him. It's amazing. I would never get tired of seeing this unit. All right, double yellows here as we approach Monkey Nuts. Next, we are in the London Euston to Milton Keynes DLC by Just Trains. Excuse me, Dovetail Games. Yeah, I meant Dovetail Games. How come when I put all this AI on this, it never comes out this perfect? But this is Milton Keynes. Doors will not be opening. As we make our way to the yards in Wembley. Don't you stop. Don't you stop. Liquid Beer Cafe? Isn't beer liquid already? This is Milton Keynes. Does it want to give me my tick? Am I missing something here? Oh, you know what? I thought I was in a timetable. Never mind, that's on me. Never mind. Let's actually jump back into the rundown. Sorry, I'm just so used to getting my tick. All right, so as you can see, we are doing the Class 90 run. Oh man. We're doing the Class 90 run starting in Carlisle, heading down to the yards in Wembley. We just did the All Aboard Studios, Trent Valley line, leaving Crewe, heading all the way down to Milton Keynes. Next, we will be jumping into the DTG, London Euston to Milton Keynes, and finishing our run down to the yards in Wembley. I will have to jump into a timetable because I did not actually create a scenario for any of these modern day ones because we have the actual trains that we already need for them. So I did not set anything up. What was? Do you remember the time we finished that? Anybody? So we'll have to set that up. I believe it was probably 8:30. But we'll just set that up and get into the next one, which I believe we can get away with 8:30. But yeah. So let's jump into that now. As you see a beautiful Stratford here. Alright, so here we are on foot at London Euston. This is not Milton Keynes. Not Milton Keynes. We'll jump back into Milton Keynes in a second. Although that London Euston looked bare. I thought they added NPCs to the London Euston part. That will look kind of bare. I remember London Euston being very packed every time I was there. But we'll jump into a timetable. I like the 2024 version. On foot, Milton Keynes, and we're going to go at 8:30 with an 8:35 departure, hopefully. That should be around the time. Actually, we'll go 8:35. We've stopped a couple of times needlessly. We'll change the dynamic weather, because if I wanted the weather to change, I'd set it that way instead of it being the norm. Add some clouds, and we should be good to go. Alright, so here we are at Milton Keynes, finally. I'm not paying a fare again. We're on track 1. We'll run down the stairs. Trying to beat any traffic. Possibly taking my spot here. And we'll plop a train down. We are Freightliner green. Loaded. Spawn. Hop into the cab. We'll close the door. And we'll set up a path. And we are going to Wembley Yards. We'll do something over here. Or should I do something over here? No, we'll do something over here. Hopefully I can get here. Alright, I'm okay with that. And now we'll set up the cab again. Safety systems on. We'll put the key in. That's so cool. I like the way that happens. Put this in forward. Acknowledge. Lights back in the day. GSMR. Although no one talks to us. I gotta change my sensitivity. I miss my mouse. Alright, GSMR is on. We'll set this to 75 now. We'll get the marker lights on. Instrument lights back into bright. And we have the road. Ugh, I hate this camera. I really hate this number 2 camera. I'll put you there. Hop back in. And we're taking off. Actually, I gotta release the brakes. We'll Adjust that camera. In the meantime, we'll hop out and look at some traffic. As we see the stupidness begin. You guys want to stop blocking the door? You fucking idiots. I don't think I've seen this guy before. What is going on here? Oh, must be idiot day. Let's everybody just stand in front of the doors and not move. All right, setting up for a flyway here. Every single one of them angry for no reason. All right, adding some power here. All right, next stop will be Wilson Junction. Excuse me, Wilson Brent Siding. We'll get the ticker up. Add some power. As you guys know, this is my favorite part of the West Coast Main Line. I don't think I need to tell you that. $40 miles till we get to the yards at Wembley. I wonder what they were so mad at. So mad they didn't want to leave the train. Man, I got this fan hitting me and I'm still hot over here. Still hot. Acknowledged. I don't think that applies to me, but I'm going to slow down just a little bit anyway. As the line speed is now 100. But our max is 75, so... Drop it down to 60 here. But we're under it already. "37 miles till we reach the yards in Wembley." Apply more power. As we transfer over to the fast lines. Why, I do not know. There's probably traffic ahead of us. As usual, thank you guys for spending your time with me. It's much appreciated. Love talking to you guys. Welcome to Cayman. I'm not going to say your full name. I forgot the speed set's on. I can go full beans here. Yeah, I'm not saying it. I said it once. That's enough. Go back and watch the beginning of the stream. You want to hear it. It's amazing because I didn't even question it when I said it either. Got to get the sheep in there. So you got your S7 stock? "33 miles to we get to the yards at Wembley." It bees like that sometimes, man. That that scenario I did where I left from Heathrow a couple of weeks ago, that literally took me an hour and a half to put together. Even with all the AI that I put on it, I mean, I understand it was only like a 15-20 minute scenario, but I still had a lot of AI on it, and I still had to time out all that AI, and I was able to do that really, really quick when I was creating all those scenarios. 5 scenarios I had to deal with that week. 5 scenarios within a week. One of them was not mine, but I did change all of the trains on it because it was DTG stock and they sounded horrible. So I wanted to make sure that it was good to go. And then I had the issues with the West Anglia DLC, which just wasn't being very helpful at all. Kept crashing on me, and I only had probably 6 AI trains on it, but that thing was just in such a bad state that everything crashed on me. As you can see, it crashed 3 times on the stream. I'm never jumping into that thing ever again unless they actually fix it, which I don't think will happen anytime soon unless they get the rights from Thompson Interactive, I believe. And then I can start it from Stratford, which is where I originally wanted to start it from. Honestly, SW, I like the Met line. The one thing that always bothers me about that DLC is those approach signals. I never know when to actually adjust for the approach signals that you have to be at like 5 miles an hour. It's the only thing that makes me not want to play that DLC. 29 miles to Wilson Brent siding in Wembley Yards. But if you can get a scenario like that done, by all means. I don't even know what the sensor looks like. But I do, obviously, I like all the core trains, like all the underground trains I like. Would be great if we had Elizabeth line. So I do want to play it. Like, I think the furthest I've gone on that is probably Baker Street. Or I could just go into the tutorial and actually look to see what I need to look for those. Headset's starting to hurt my ear. I mean, that would be cool. It's just specifically that line. The Met line always trips me up. And then I think I'm clear, and I still want to having to reset the trip cock. That. I was trying to do something cool and he totally kicked my camera. "25 miles. .3% uphill gradient. Awesome. Just looking ahead, we'll most likely be back up on the 12th. Not set in stone, but that's the date I'm looking for. I want to try to do some branch line runs. If I can't do it in Train Sim World, we're hopping into Classic. I know there's plenty in Train Sim Classic. Unless we get some branch lines from Incredible Trains this week. Kind of doubt it, because they have not talked about it yet. Also think Mildmay Line extension is probably going to come out first, so we'll see. Yeah, so do I. I'm also hoping it goes to Clapham Junction. But I doubt it. I think we're asking for too much on that. Maybe that's in his next branch line, because that could, I guess, technically be a branch. It would also actually be cool if, since he's actually working on branch lines, if he did a branch line with an underground service. Don't they have a couple of lines that actually split off? Like District Line. Obviously, Metropolitan line splits. I really wish we could get some Elizabeth line in there. No one on the platform. $20 miles to Wilston Brent siding. Where are all the cows? $18 miles to Wilson Brent siding. Curious if there's any services waiting for me to go faster or get out of the way here. It's a slow line. Yep. Is that a 350? It didn't look too big. Yeah, I think that's a 350. I would say about 10 miles to Watford Junction. I really do like the amounts of AI that we're seeing. My type of style. I don't think I could have done this any better. And also, I think this timetable is probably my favorite. This is the original South timetable, the 2024 version. I don't think the Avro timetable has enough AI on it for me. I feel like this timetable works better to how I like to see my AI. I really don't care if I don't get to see any of the 805s or 807s on this part anyway. Only because there's so much other AI trains passing me that it kind of is a better benefit for me. So I'm not that big a fan of the Avro anyway, because ever since I bought the thing, I haven't had one good run on it. So have people still been complaining about the 805s? Because I know once I had like 3 runs on it and I was disappointed. I've never touched the thing again. So yeah, that's exactly my point. Exactly my point. I played it a couple of times and I haven't been so enthused about it. When I was happy at one point. When it was first coming out, I'm like, this thing is great on Classic. Love playing it on Classic. Have no problems. And the first day it came out, I streamed it live, real quick one, and was totally disappointed. Totally disappointed. Hey Andy, how's it going? Good to see you. As we approach, look at that, more AI. I love this timetable. As we approach Watford soon, we are 12 miles away from Willesden Brent sighting. Downhill gradient of 0.2%. And I'm pretty sure at some point we're going to have to switch over to the slow lines. Don't quite know when. I would have guessed around now, but I guess it'll be sometime near we get to Wembley Central. As we approach Watford Junction. An empty Watford Junction. Miles to our final destination. You start me behind the train? All right. This is bushy. Andy, we are in the class 90. This is part 2 of our Carlisle to the yards in Wembley run that we originally started Friday. .4 miles to our final location, destination. And I've got to start slowing down pretty soon. First, I want to catch up to that 710. Andy, it is, as of right now, freight only. But I did see some people working on some mods to add some passenger carriages. So hopefully pretty soon we can at least get that. Originally, I wanted to do this run as a passenger run. I wanted to go all the way down to Euston, but we can't, so I switched my destination to the yards of Wembley, being that we're doing freight. You know what I've started doing, SW? While I'm actually creating the scenario, I started labeling on my AI exactly what it is. So like if I get like FAA wagons and I'm using like a class 66 whatever, I'll label it, you know, class 66 / FAA, just so I don't forget later. And then you can put the actual real names on your actual AI, just so you don't forget. That's what I've been doing lately. Unless it's an obvious, you know, this is a 710 or, well, not a 710 in classic, but like say it's an S7 stock. If it's obvious, then I'll change it to what it is. But just to make it easier for me, I heard you the first time. I've just been writing it down as I do it or add it. Yeah, no, that's a pain in the ass too. Definitely. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. .2 miles to Wilson Brent sighting. We should be switching over to the slow lines pretty soon. Thus we get the flashing yellows. And a beautiful 710. Yeah, Southwestern. You're on a part of the creating scenarios that is the boring part. That's the part I hate. I usually just open up multiple windows, and if it's like AP, I'll just like type in for one class, type in for another class, type in for another class. .9 miles to our final destination. And divergence to the left here. And divergence to the left here. Also, wish we had the 72 stock in Classic as well. Just for the accuracy. I feel like the S7 stock in Classic is too loud. Like you definitely hear it coming. Approaching Wembley. Step 1 braking here. Speed limit drops to 20 in 0.7 miles. We're on single yellow. Is that 350 is actually glad I'm not in his way anymore. .66 moving over there. And It looks like a red. It's yellow, actually. 20 miles entering the yards here. .1 mile to our final destination. Double yellows. Oof, that's a tough time for you guys. That's a tough time. Even if you stay awake till 1 a.m., you're gonna watch the whole thing. Yeah, that Brazil Norway is not too far from me, and I am not going outside. It is not too far from me at all. I do not want to even look at that traffic. .6 miles to our final destination of traversing the entire West Coast main line. Good job, SW. Now you got to sit and wait for it to get put up. There was one scenario I had where it took them like a couple of days to put it up. I'm like, dude, what are you waiting for? Well, that's good. That's definitely good. Oh, maybe you are verified. I usually have to wait for them to say sign off on it. Probably like I don't trust this American asshole. I'm just gonna make him wait. I see the red. Well, that's probably why Emily's is always going up so fast. I'm technically still moving, so I'm not putting the DRA on. It's creeping, but I'm still moving. Ah, what the hell. Alright, DRA's on. Let's actually see what is holding us up. Although that says green. I have no idea why we're being held. Oh, actually, we're not. Stupid me. Stupid me, we have the green. Alright, applying some power here. I'm just gonna put this in slow mode, basically. Animal, please explain to me these cows, like... I'm actually gonna bump her back up to 10. I don't want to be here all day. .400 yards to our final destination of traversing the entire West Coast main line in the Class 90, as we have it so far, from Carlisle to London, with trees smacking me through the fucking window. I didn't think that happened in World. I know what happens on Classic. The tree just smacked me right in the face. Yes, exactly, Plums. I'm gonna take this off, actually. I just hate these generic containers. I know what the problem is. There's no more overhead power. So I gotta just coast in these last 15 yards. Okay, and that's that. Get one little look, last look. Get my big head off the screen here. And that is that. I'll hop back in the main menu. I actually have some more in me, but I'm just going to take a quick break to get some water. All right, guys, I'm actually back. I hopped in the Manchester Airport commuter DLC, and we are in a Voyager. All right, so we're at Stockport right now, actually. We will get the safety systems on. Insert the key. Acknowledge. Instrument lights bright. Get the doors open. Nine 14:30 departure. And we'll get the doors closed. Set up for a flyaway here. Next to Pink. Well, excuse me, P and K. All right, 2 for the guard. But you don't hear it. And applying power. Next stop, Manchester Piccadilly. Hey, welcome back, Kay. I actually love this viaduct. .2 miles to Manchester Piccadilly. Nice, SW. Sounds like you're going to be busy. After this, we'll hop in a Northern 323, sticking with this DLC, and leave from the airport, heading out to Manchester Piccadilly. Or should I do it the opposite way? Since we're heading to Piccadilly anyway. Just run it back the other way. Looks like you got spanked by Nightbot there, Kay. Don't mess with Nightbot. Drop it down to 75 and 0.8 miles. Gonna back off the power here. Yeah, don't mess with Nightbot, man. 2.5 miles to Manchester Piccadilly. As the line speed drops to 75 here. We're in a bouncy cross-country Voyager. And drop it down to 65. .9 miles to Manchester Piccadilly. Just wanting for the 40. I keep thinking that this has a separate brake on it, where if I had my PBC, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Just throwing some shots there. ScotRail. Now, I was always told ScotRail doesn't come this far down. So what's going on with that? That's awesome, SW. I'm already subbed, so I don't think I can sub anymore. Double yellows here as we approach Manchester Piccadilly. Drop it down to 25 just before we reach Manchester Piccadilly. Should get another yellow coming up. Oh, is that why they put the ScotRail?
Approaching Manchester Piccadilly, where this train terminates. Please take all your belongings with you.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
On behalf of the on-train crew, thank you for travelling with Cross Country. We wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
That's usually my line. I like to put that on my announcements. I didn't realize they put that on here as well. That's interesting. I actually didn't know that. I was surprised to see that ScotRail. See, like a person like myself who does not live out there, like I wouldn't know any better if I didn't actually follow UK content. I would have just thought that was normal. If I was just purchasing this game because I seen how cool it looked, I would just think that was normal. But this is Manchester Piccadilly. Doors will be opening on the left. I still remember the day I spent 6 hours in this stinking station. And I was a little rough. For some reason, my clicks are not working correctly when I... Okay, and that was that. They didn't even let me get a chance to finish it. They just kicked me out. Returning back to the timetable here. So would you guys rather head to Manchester Airport or leave Manchester Airport in a 323? Or I could do a 350 as well. I don't think I have the TPE livery. I think I took all the Creators Club liveries off. So I don't think that's an option. Yeah, I don't want to use that one. I took the TPE livery off. Let me see if I still have... Nope. I could do it at TFW. 87. I don't think I've used an 87 on this line. That could be interesting. Let me see. Yeah, we got some time. Yeah, this is actually pretty good as well. I have not done enough on it. And I am actually still waiting for the 90 to get put on it. I mean, that would be cool. Alan Thompson would have his own loco on his route that I wish went to Crewe. But he's got enough to worry about. Just give me the North Downs line already. All right, let's get the safety systems working. All right, and we'll pop in the key. Oops. Put that back in. All right, that's not working. Let me do it manually. Not hearing the AWS. I guess I gotta get up. There we go. Acknowledge. Instrument lights bright. Headlights on. Does these have marker lights? They do. Marker lights. Marker lights. Get up. Marker lights left on. Marker lights right on. Back in the chair. We'll release the brakes for now. Let that pipe. Okay. All right, all looks good. Can I open the windows here? Yeah. Let's get some air. Do these open as well? Nope, just those. All right, we'll set up for a flyaway because I've never used this unit on this line before. And I want to be cool. We'll go high. Nope, I like low, sorry. We'll get that off the screen. I'll get my ticker off the screen. I'll get my big head off the screen. And applying power. Can't tell what notch we're in. Or that was going off. All right, there we go. All right, we get up to 50 here. 10 miles to Manchester, Piccadilly. And I actually have to give 1010 credit for me learning how to drive this thing as well. I had to watch one of his videos to learn how to get this thing going. The same with Train Sim Driver. Anytime I get stuck with anything, those are the first two people I will go to. British Ace is pretty good too. But those are the first two pages I will actually go to if I ever need any help with anything. All right, notching up a little more here. I like leaving from Wilmslow because it gives you more of the DLC to see rather than just starting at Stockport. It's a short DLC anyway, unless you're actually doing the Manchester Airport bits off the style line. Did you put them all together in one zip? Or are they separated but on the same page? SW. Nice. I find that a lot more easier than separating them. If I can, I'll put them all together and not have to worry about separating the DLCs and worrying about if I got all the hyperlinks right and all that other stuff. 8.6 miles to Manchester Piccadilly. I don't feel like it's braking fast enough for me. Really don't feel like spatting today. I would love to do a cargo line run. Not today, obviously, but in this 86. Does this have DRA on it? Don't worry, I'm not planning on going anywhere near that. Alright, we have a green now. Notching up a little more. As we hit the neutral zone. What line is that to the left there? .7 miles to Manchester Piccadilly. When I hop back in SW, I'll download it. I would hop out, but I can't hear my AWS for some reason. Don't want to break it. .6 miles to Manchester Piccadilly. For what it's worth, I really do like Manchester Piccadilly in real life. It's just that when you spend 6 hours in that place because you couldn't go anywhere, it kind of it's like I don't want to see it anymore. It kind of ruined my whole day having to stay there for like 6 hours. Not that it was, you know, Manchester Piccadilly's fault. SW, you should take a trip, man. Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm only talking shit because I can use that Brit rail pass. But I'd probably be the same way as you. I actually enjoy looking at the countryside when I'm out there. Hoping I don't break this thing. Trying to get some more power. .5 miles. Downhill gradient of 0.2%. Guy was behind the yellow line. Drop it down to 45 here. Divergence to the right, looks like. Unless that light was just... Just over 2 miles to Manchester Piccadilly. Double yellows. Got a 40 drop coming here. I'm well under that. .5 miles to Manchester Piccadilly. Single yellow. Sometimes I just can't see the signals. Like, it's amazing. Like, it's probably a 5, not even 5 feet. It's probably a less than 2 feet difference between the camera and where this actual screen is for the train. And zooming in actually makes that much of a difference as far as those signals. If this was a night run, obviously it would stand out. You know, you can see the red in the darkness, but I really do think that Dovetail Games should do some realistic tram services. Like, it would be nice to get the Metrolink on this, heading out to Etihad Park. Now, I think that would be a cool idea. You can also get a service out to Old Trafford. Like, you just do a whole service from, like, Old Trafford to Etihad. Yeah, like, that would be a quick little thing from Trafford to Etihad. I think that would be a cool idea. I think that would be a cool idea. Like, I think it works perfectly with this DLC, because you can run from one stadium all the way across to the other stadium in this city. It could sort of be like a branch line, you know, like I've been talking about earlier, a branch line route. SW, you're really gonna push yourself, man. One a day? I don't know, man. That's a lot of time you dedicate. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's a lot of time to dedicate. Yeah, and how do you feel? Are you tired? Because I was actually trying to do one a week. It's not a race, man. It's not a race. It's about quality, not quantity. Signaler. I like how there's no destination time on this, even though it got it out of the timetable. And also the timetable said it was a 10-minute scenario. All right, and we can get some power now. Hop out real quick. Yeah, I really do like that one as well. Keeping her at 15. So we're just gonna have to drop down anyway, so. Just over 800 yards to Manchester Piccadilly. As we get a nice little sunset for us. It's a nice way to exit. That train was coming in way too hot. This is Manchester Piccadilly. Doors will be opening on the right. I do like this version of Piccadilly. The Glossop line version, not so much. Although I do like the Glossop line. See, I keep clicking this thing and it's not actually doing anything. All right, doors opening on the right. No, Glossop line is awesome. It's one of my favorites. But model-wise, Manchester Piccadilly looks horrible in it. Yeah, see, this is how Manchester Piccadilly looked when I had been there. Like, they didn't skimp on the NPCs on this station. All right, we'll get the doors closed here. All right, and that was the Class 86. We ran out from Wilmslow to Manchester Piccadilly. I need to do some more runs with that unit as well. But let's jump into the rundown as we head back to Stratford. Today was Haul Aboard. We continued our journey down the West Coast Main Line in the Class 90. First, we hopped into the Trent Valley on All Aboard Studios, Crewe to Milton Keynes. Then we hopped into Dovetail Games, London Euston to Milton Keynes, heading out to the yards in Wembley, which was actually pretty fun. And we just finished it off with a couple of runs in the Manchester Airport Commuter DLC. Just sticking with the Alan Thompson connection with this, being that was his route. I figured we'd jump into that and get a couple of runs in there as well. So that was our rundown for today. So I hope you guys had a good time today. I actually enjoyed my time with you as usual. We got to finish a very lengthy Class 90 run, which I got to tell you, I don't want to do any more anytime soon. I've just done 2 versions doing the full West Coast Main Line in the past 2 weeks. Not that I don't think it was, wasn't fun, because it was. I just want to take a break from seeing all of the West Coast Main Line for a little bit. But thank you, SW Plums, K2, not gonna say his name. Andy Preston, everybody else who came in today, Tintin, Animal. Not sure who else is here right now. St. Clinton. Always good talking to you guys. Hope to see you guys again, probably next Sunday. Is what I'm aiming for. It may be Saturday, but I'm not sure. But most likely it's gonna be Sunday. But that's gonna do it for me today. Good to talk to you guys, and I will see you later.